those little rituals that I like to do to make myself feel nice, recharged, refreshed. A hot Pilates class for the first time. I printed off little like scrapbooky bows and all the pickies. Hello guys, and welcome back to another vlog. I thought for this vlog we would do a bit of like a mid-year recharge with each other, because I've seen so many people doing like mid-year resets where they look at their goals, and I kind of did a little bit of that in my last vlog, but I wanted to have a bit of a spin on it and do a mid-year recharge where I'm kind of just taking you guys through all the little self-care rituals and appointments and just like little things that I like to do for myself when I am feeling maybe a little bit flat or just like need a little bit of like a pick-me-up. And I think honestly that's sometimes the best way to go about like a reset, because a lot of the time when you're like resetting, the thing that you need sometimes isn't actually more like planning or more organization or more discipline. Sometimes it's just like a little bit more self-care time and a little bit more space in your schedule showing up for you so that you can feel re-energized, you can feel recharged, and then from there healthy kind of motivation and healthy discipline gets to grow. Because sometimes I feel like when I'm forcing myself to do like a super heavy like that energy of a reset, it kind of does the opposite and it makes me less excited towards my goals. So I thought we would do a little bit of a recharge where I'm taking you just through like all those little rituals that I like to do to make myself feel nice, recharged, refreshed, and just like a girl at the end of the day. Like I'm just a girl who loves to have little things in her routine that make her feel spoiled and make her feel fun and fresh. If in case you were feeling the mid-year blues or the mid-year like flatness, or just like have you lost your spark maybe a little bit and you might need some inspiration. So first port of call, it's actually a Saturday night right now. It's Saturday, 7:30. I'm at home, about to have a bath. Absolutely wild times over here. But I thought, what better way to start a mid-year refresh than with a beautiful bath bomb reading with my Kindle moment. So I'm gonna do that. I wonder if I've got any like magnesium salts. I should be able to find some in here because I'm actually feeling, my muscles are feeling very tight at the moment, like especially my hips. So I want to do a muscle bath, magnesium salt bath. I'm also going to take you guys through, I've got a facial booked in a couple of days, so I'm going to take you through that. A new gym class that I'm going to try, like just like little things to spice up the routine mid-year when you're feeling a little bit flat. So I'm really excited to take you guys through all of those things. guys, I am on my way to a hot Pilates class for the first time. I'm so excited. I was talking to my friend yesterday at coffee and she was saying how she has become obsessed with hot Pilates, and I was like, oh, I've been meaning to try that, and I was like, well, frick it, like I might as well just book it. It goes with the refresh vibes because I feel like sometimes exercise can get really stagnant when you are feeling that like stagnancy and feeling really flat, and I think trying out new forms of exercise is such a good way to get your spark back, see if that's something that you want to replace, or even just like add into your routine so it feels a little bit more diverse rather than so repetitive. So I'm hoping that this is something that I can add into my routine once a week. If I enjoy it, like maybe I'll go twice a week, but it does get quite expensive. I'm doing it through ClassPass, so it is currently like a free trial, which is great. So I've got one for this morning and then one for next week that I've booked. I'm going to try and book more as well. I'm really excited. I'll take you guys along and report back on how I enjoy it. I've just arrived and I've got like 10 minutes to spare, so that's perfect timing, and I found a park literally right outside on the street, so lucky girl today. But I'm very, very excited. I don't really know what to expect. Like, I've obviously done a mat class before, I've done a reformer class before, but I've never done a hot Pilates one, and I see them on like TikTok and Instagram all the time and they look so freaking fun, so I'm really, really excited. But side note, I was listening to Lauren Spencer Smith's new album on the way here and I literally started tearing up because I was so like happy to be listening to one of the songs. It was just such a freaking good song, and like, you know that feeling when you're driving and like sun is streaming in and you're going somewhere like you're really excited to go and like your favorite song is on and you're yelling and you're singing it. Like, that is such an unmatched feeling, and I just felt that to one of her new songs and I was like, I'm literally crying, like why am I tearing up right now? And it took me off guard because it like I literally just started tearing up and I was like, whoa, why am I crying right now? This is crazy. I'm also in my luteal phase and I sense it coming. I sense the emotions stirring up within, so we're not all that surprised, but I'm gonna go in because it's my first time, so I want to have a few minutes to just like set myself up. I don't really know what they might need from me, so I'm gonna head on in. I'll see if I can film in there. I'll try and get like a back spot so I can film, but we'll see.
Working for our triceps here. And into our down facing dog. We roll forward, press upwards, and into our down facing dog. Just be kind towards the floor. And you have your last steps. Cut through that tailbone so strong. One more breath in, through your nose, out through your mouth. Maybe you want to take those hands to the left. Find more of a stretch to your side where you hit the ceiling, expand a bit further than that.
I just picked up my scrapbooking stuff from Officeworks because I submitted it for print last night and it wasn't supposed to be ready till Wednesday, but, or was that something else? I've done so many orders, guys, over the last couple of days that I've lost track. I'm pretty sure it said Wednesday, but they were so quick, and this time I printed off little like scrapbooky bows and letters and just like little fruit pieces because I'm gonna scrapbook for Bali month that we had. And I also, oh my god, this turned out so good. I did little backgrounds as well, so I did like that cute yellowy one with like fruit and stuff on it. I got a stripes one and I printed it on like the better paper as well, so it's like really good quality. And all the pickies. I've got so many photos from Bali. I was really struggling to pick which ones I wanted to scrapbook, but I think I got a good selection. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna head back to Zach's house now and start scrapbooking while he watches the footy. I also wanted to give an update on the hot Pilates. So overall, I would probably rate it honestly like a 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't fantastic because number one, I was expecting it to be quite a lot hotter. You see those videos of the girls like dripping and sweating, and like that's almost like what I was craving. Like I was really wanting that, but really I only kind of just like got a bit hot. Like I got a tiny bit sweaty like under my armpits, but like nothing hectic. And I wanted to get sweatier. It was quite a small room as well, and so there was probably like 8 girls in the room, and I just wanted like a vibier space. Like I wanted like a bigger studio, more people participating, like more of a vibe, and it didn't really just give that. The workout itself was pretty good. Like I quite enjoyed the workout. workout. It was very leg and glutes heavy, and I kind of wish it was a bit more core. So again, not my fave, but like it was pretty. It was a nice studio outside because the hot Pilates room they had to make, I think they had to make smaller because like obviously you're heating up a whole room, so that's going to be like hard. So the main Pilates room was like big, and then there was a little side section for the hot Pilates room. I don't know if I'm going to go back. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm dying to go back. Got another studio booked for Wednesday, so I'm going to give that a go and see if that one's a better one, because if I like it, I'm going to try and do that like once a week. I think is the vibe of it. Guys, I'm like an actual pro at this.
Say hi, Kodo. Say hi to the vlog. Oh, hey. Good boy. Good boy.
I'm about to drive to my facial appointment. I'm so glad that I made this appointment for myself on the weekend because I've had a start to the week. I have had a start. It's been nothing hectic, but I just feel like I'm chasing my tail and like I'm like rushing to get through things, and it's just such like a frantic, like panicky energy, and I just need to release that. I need to just like lie on a facial bed, get my face moisturized, massage, and just have the soothing music. Like my soul is needing it. So I'm very glad that I booked it for myself. 333. Oh my god. I have been seeing 333 and 222 non-freaking stop. I actually want to remind myself. She says she's gonna go, and here she goes on a tangent. What does 333 mean? Because I have 333 tattooed on my wrist when I was like in my woo-woo phase, and I'm getting back into my woo-woo phase, and I want to remind myself what it means. A sign of encouragement, particularly related to creativity, growth, and support. Might indicate that you should embrace your creative potential, trust your intuition, and have faith in the guidance you're receiving. Oh my gosh, I love that. Explore your artistic side and express yourself authentically. Comforting reminder that you're being supported by your angels of the universe, and you don't need to navigate challenges alone. Oh my god, I love it. And what does 222 mean? I'm so in my manifestation era, guys, and it's actually the best. New beginnings, particularly in relationships and career. That's definitely relevant. Not relationships, but career. Can be a sign of positive developments in your career and growth in your skills and emotions. A boost for creative endeavors, indicating success in your artistic pursuits. Oh my god, guys, that is so relevant. I'm glad I read through that. Anyway, I need to drive to my facial. I've got a protein shake because I'm a bit hungry. I'm gonna enjoy this facial. I'll report back after I'm done. I've just come out of my facial. That was a really nice treatment. She did microdermabrasion, whereas they get like this like, it's like a pokey little tool, and she just like scrapes your face, but in like a soft, gentle way, and gets like all the dead skin cells off. Then she did some extractions on my nose, did a hydrating mask, and then sent me away. But it was a good little express. It was like half an hour, so I wasn't in there for too long. But what I did go to Kmart, and I got some new books, because part of a mid-year refresh is making time for your hobbies, and my hobbies are not only reading books but also collecting hard copies of books. And these are like honestly such perfect purchases, because number one, this was my last 5-star read, and I read it on my Kindle. Obviously I hadn't bought it in hard copy yet. Oh, I love the smell of books. I hadn't bought it in hard copy yet, but this was my recent 5-star read, and I only will buy the hard copies of 5-star reads. So I collect them on my bookshelf, and that way when I open my bookshelf, I know everything on there is a 5-star read, and it's just very, very validating. But look how beautiful this cover is. Like so simple, but so freaking pretty. I adored this book so much. I sobbed. I literally sobbed at the end. So highly recommend reading that if you haven't yet. It's a new release. But this one, The Women, I was trying to download on my Kindle last night and it didn't work. So then when I saw it in Kmart today, I was like, the universe is looking out for me. I'd rather read it in hard copy anyway. And the story behind this one is Kristin, She wrote The Nightingale, which was one of my freaking favorite books that I've read this year. Another 5-star read, which I have on my bookshelf. So I was looking on Goodreads last night and this had more than a million reviews. It was like 4.3 or 4.4, which is really high for a Goodreads rating. Oh my god, and I just realized Taylor Jenkins Reid has done a review of that. Utterly Absorbing, a Triumph is her review. And this is Taylor Jenkins Reid's book. So honestly, the universe, it was calling out to me to get this, but I'm really excited because I love The Nightingale. I think I mentioned it in one of my last vlogs before Bali, but it was one about like the war. And I didn't think that I was gonna like a war book or like historical fiction, but the way that she writes is just incredible. So I'm very, very excited to read this one. I did start a new book last night on my Kindle when this one didn't load, but I think I might either read them coinciding, like I might start this tonight, see if I want to read it, or read the fantasy that I downloaded and then leave that one for my next book. But I'm up to 18 or 19 books so far this year and my goal was to read 50, so I'm slightly behind. I'm like 5 books behind on that, but I didn't read that much in Bali, to be fair, so I might be able to catch up. But that was such a nice therapeutic afternoon. I'm gonna go home now and just chill for the rest of the day. Guys, I've gotten so into my Pilates era since I went to that first hot Pilates class on last Saturday. I did another one on Monday or Tuesday, and now I'm doing another one and it's Wednesday. This is another hot Pilates one. I'm hoping that it's sweatier. I'm hoping that it's sweatier than the first one because the first one wasn't really sweaty at all. But this one, their socials did look sweaty, so fingers crossed. It is a bit of a weird parking situation. I've had to park in like a ticketed 2p area, so surely they've got their own parking, but I just can't figure it out and the class starts in 10 minutes. So I want to go in and set myself up. Again, I'll see if I can record in there. I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic. I need to get out of my head. I've been very like in my head today. Nothing really bad has happened, but I've just been like overthinking and just like anxious energy. So I need to release that. I think I'll feel a lot better after, and then have a good self-care everything shower after that.